ABC 7 News at 11. On your side.
A man was caught on tape attacking a woman in a laundry room. Can you help police find him? A late-night fire claims the life of a Fairfax County woman, and the devastation is almost unthinkable as the search for victims continues following deadly tsunamis in Southeast Asia. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leon Harris. Maureen is off tonight. Right now, the death toll in Indonesia alone could top 25,000. In Sri Lanka, it's up to 13,000. And with thousands still missing, the devastation and the human toll will only continue to rise. When the water first came ashore Sunday morning, many people came out to witness the power of Mother Nature. They had no idea that the water would keep coming, changing lives and nations forever. Those who witnessed and survived it are still shaken and terrified.
When you're running, trying to wade through ankle and waist deep water to get away from it, it is sheer terror.
This couple was trapped in their hotel when the waves arrived.
What floor were you on?
Third floor.
You were on the third floor.
And it was as I looked
right
at the wave,
level.
I could see the wave.
In Thailand, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, and India, there is block after block of ruined homes, businesses, and hotels. The tsunami littered these villages with cars and boats tossed about like toys. And half the dead are believed to be tourists who came to this paradise for the holidays. They were likely swimming in the ocean or sitting sunbathing on the beach when the tsunami struck.
Devastation is unbelievable. You have to understand there's nothing left. The place is gone.
We were absolutely certain that we were going to die. But then we found a safe place up in the mountains.
The tourists are now pulling out, leaving behind devastation the United Nations believes will need the biggest relief effort the world has ever seen. And by some estimates, half of those killed were children, so we may be looking at the decimation of an entire generation of Southeast Asians. Many gathered by the ocean on Sunday morning to watch the waves with their families. Others were swept out to sea with little warning. But attention now turns to those who survived, thousands of orphans who are at great risk for disease now. Thousands of people living here in the Washington area have family in many of the devastated countries, and tonight many of them are just waiting for news. Others just want to get out there and help with relief. Jay Korf has that part of the story. He's standing by in our newsroom. Jay?
Well, Leon, families here are, of course, half a world away from the damage and the destruction. So they pray that loved ones are alive. Some also shared with us tonight stories of good fortune amid the despair.
Hey.
Idyllic destinations in Thailand were leveled Sunday after tsunami waves buried beaches underwater and turned streets into raging rivers. With nearly 1,000 dead in Thailand and thousands more unaccounted for, the Washington area's Thai community is understandably on edge.
We don't know if any friend's going to be there or not.
At this local Thai restaurant, one guest recalls the tense 10 hours it took to track down a loved one in her now ravaged country.
I called my family, but they cannot contact them. So last night I called my family again, so I find out that he was safe.
This is Phuket, Thailand. A coastal city once described as paradise.
Phuket is very it's a popular city.
Damrong Asavarangsikul, publisher of the D.C. area's monthly Thai newspaper, says one of his writers planned on honeymooning this past weekend in Phuket.
But he changed his mind.
By the look of things, that decision may have saved the couple's life.
I'm just happy for him, you know, and you know that he is lucky.
The local Thai community is planning a January fundraiser for tsunami victims. This Friday, D.C. area residents originally from Sri Lanka are holding a memorial service at the International Buddhist Center in Wheaton, Maryland. In the newsroom, Jay Korf, ABC 7 News.
All right, thank you, Jay. One of the countless stories coming out of that region involves a 2-year-old boy. Now, his parents are missing, and because he has blonde hair, Thai authorities believe that he is foreign, but he's speaking in baby talk, and no one can decipher the language that he's using. But one worker says he did seem to react when someone spoke Swedish, but that's all they have to go on right now. Stay tuned right here. Nightline coming up. We'll have much more on the relief and the recovery efforts immediately following this newscast. In other news now, a woman is dead following a fire in Fairfax County tonight. The flames broke out shortly before 9 in the 3500 block of Annandale Road in Falls Church. That's where Elliot Francis is right now. He checks in live. Elliot?
Yeah, well, Leon, if you look behind me, you see that structure at 3513 Annandale Road. Behind it is the Maranatha Baptist Church. Now, that structure that was involved in the flame is described as a parsonage or a rectory of sorts. Certainly is the last place in the world that anyone would expect to lose a life. For the next-door neighbor, there was no warning, just an awful clue.
I smelled it from my house and came running out here and saw smoke pouring out of the windows and ran back in and called 911.
When firefighters arrived shortly after 8:30 this evening, the entire structure was involved. Some pulled back.
For anyone else, when you can't trust the weather, trust Doug Hill and the First Alert Weather Team, only on ABC 7 News.